Shawn Cotton. Salute the whole Say Cheese TV, the Empire, all the great interviews you give us with the artists, You know what I mean? We love it, man. We love it. I never want to knock a black man that turned the idea into an empire. I'm never gonna knock that. But Shawn, I got a problem, Shawn. Your homeboy Charleston White, the things that he said about Woody's daughter, like sometimes it just ain't content. Now, a lot of y'all YouTubers, y'all all about shock value. Y'all all about, Charleston White say the illest stuff. Oh my God, that man say anything out his mouth, right? But the things that he said about Woody's daughter, saying that she's handicapped, she was born with a leg longer than the other leg, she got a wooden leg, and he needs to spend the money that he's making on to try to fix her leg before she gets picked on in middle school. And then you saying that Charleston White is saying that he was talking about Woody's mom who passed away. Now, Shawn, as a YouTuber, we have a responsibility, man, to watch the things that we put out on the platform. You know what I mean? And I understand some of it is content. Some of it is, if you bring an artist or you bring an entrepreneur, you bring a public figure on your platform and they got some things going on in the media and you ask them about it and they give their truth, yeah, then it has to go out. But it's not just about the code of the gangsters have the women, no kids. But as a man, we should protect kids at all costs. This is an adult man, almost 50 years old, talking about a baby with a disability. Just to get at the father, you want to tear an innocent child down. That same child that you met and you hugged. You know what I'm saying? So, Shawn, think about it, though. You got kids, man. If you got kids. You know what I mean? Kids are innocent, man. You have a platform. You have a responsibility of what you're putting out to that public. And at the end of the day, the difference is when you're talking about grown adults, that's one thing. Woody can handle herself, but that baby she can't defend herself. You know what I mean? So at the same time, yeah, we want the clicks, we want the views. But what happened? You have the power. Words are powerful, Shawn. You have the power to edit some of that stuff that comes out of that man's mouth. Because now it's going to an ignorant level, man. Now you're cashing in on his ignorance. And then guess what that's gonna do? It's gonna birth a lot of other YouTubers to think that they could be like Charleston White, and it ain't gonna go for them. It's gonna birth a lot of other YouTubers that feel like they can say the things, they can act and conduct themselves in the world like Charleston White, and it's not gonna go well for them. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna cash the check that they writing, and then that's gonna be something on your platform. You know what I mean? But you know what's funny? It's just like you give the message, just like you have him on your platform and he's talking stuff about Woody. When he went to jail, you also promoted that. So you really don't have no dog in the fight. It's like, hey, I'm going to promote you saying the craziest thing. Then when you get locked up, I'm going to promote you. God forbid Charleston White gets shot, you're going to promote that. So at the end of the day, like, is the laughter behind an innocent baby that may be disabled worth the Lambos, the Hellcats, the mansions, all your investment property? Is it worth that at the expense of a child? I'm sincerely asking you, Shawn Cotton, because we have a duty as podcasters, as media people, to censor some of the things that we put out to protect the innocent. You know what I mean? And like I told you, I'm not being a hypocrite, because what people say about grown men and grown women, they can handle themselves, But I seriously have a problem with what Charleston White did, man, what he said about Woody's kid, because this is what I don't like about Charleston White. He'll stand next to you, smile and grin. He's the worst kind of nigga. He gonna stand next to you, smile, grin, make all the money in the world, and then he gonna tear you down. And we support it. We support it. But Shawn, I'm starting to think that you have to start to be responsible for what's coming out of this man's mouth because it's going viral on your platform. You know what I mean? You don't know how Woody's baby mom feels that she probably can't protect her daughter from going on the internet and seeing Charleston White bully her daughter. You know her family, her friends are sending that clip to her where she has to think, wow, I got a 50-year-old man bullying my 7, 6, 8-year-old daughter because she has a disability. It's never cool to pick on people with a disability. Like, you don't get no, in my hood, you don't get no points for picking on, a person that's weaker than you or they have a disability. You don't get no points for that. You know what I'm saying? We got to start really being men. See, a lot of people think the rah-rah. I was always taught the loudest guy in the room is the softest guy in the room. You got to worry about the quiet killers. You got to worry about the guy you got to worry about the guy that's in control of his feelings. You know what I mean? He not yelling. He all action. And Charleston White is a guy he's the loudest guy in the room, so I know he pussy. But Shawn, we love your platform. This ain't no hate. This is just me pulling you up. You got to be responsible for your message. It's not just about cashing out. Because now you tried to sit on there, Shawn, and be like, oh, man, don't say that. Why are you picking on that little girl? Leave her alone. That's messed up. But then you still put it out. So how are you advocating for that little girl if it still made it to the masses? You know what I mean? What if your daughter was handicapped? You adding to when that little girl goes to school, those memes, that video of Charleston White talking about her will be on all the little kids' phones. And where they gonna see it at? Say Cheeste. And you probably feeling like, I can't control. Yes, you can control. You have a team of people that edit. They run your Instagram, they run your YouTube, they run your Patreon, Facebook. You have a team of people that could say, hey, when he said that about that little girl, take that out. Because guess what? It's Charleston White. The interview's still going to do 100, 200, 300,000 without that in there. We got to go back to integrity. You know what I mean? It's integrity right now. See, Say Cheese used to be about showcasing rappers, like it used to be about watching new videos and things like that. You turning into the Black Vlad TV right now. Think about all the artists that have died on your channel for the beef that you promoting. How do you sleep at night knowing that you do an interview with a nigga and then you interview his op? Then you put it on your page. You share his video dissing this nigga. Then you put the other video dissing him back. Then they kill each other and you ring off and make millions. I don't want to be that type of podcaster. You know what I'm saying? I just had an incident myself, where things went left on a podcast and you know what I mean? But the thing is, I had a conversation with grown men about grown men or grown women. We don't talk about kids. You know what I mean? We don't talk about kids. So I asked you, Shawn, this is a pull-up. You know what I mean? I'm coming through with respect. I just want you to think about your message. Because, yeah, you making millions. Everybody know who you is. But at the same time, you have to be accountable for what your platform is spewing to the public. And Charleston White saying that about Woody's daughter is off the limits. We got to draw the line somewhere. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of people here, shut up, that's cool. But when you lay down at night and you put yourself in Woody's shoes or you put yourself in Woody baby mom's shoes and you feel like, damn, the things that I've done in the streets have made it a war on my children who are innocent, who go to school, just trying to watch Pokemon or whatever they into. You know what I mean? But then they got grown men that's 50 years old making fun of them. Charleston White, man, you need to issue Woody's daughter a public apology, because she had nothing to do with you and that grown man Woody had going on, bro. Anybody who's stamping that is a sucker. Straight up and down. Protect these babies, protect these women at all costs. I don't know what it is about the culture of men right now where they want to emasculate men, emasculate women, emasculate children. I just don't understand. We support your platform because you're a black man and you ain't out here selling drugs. You ain't out here robbing people. But you do have an obligation to what you put out. I don't watch the news because I came up with an acronym for the news. Anybody steal this, then I made it up and I did poor man copyright. The reason why I don't watch the news, because it's always negative energy with substance. That's what news stands for, is to me. When you turn on the news, people got shot in Philadelphia. You turn on the news, a bad car accident. You turn on the news, people killing each other in Palestine and Israel and everything. You turn on the news, somebody got raped. You turn on the news, somebody got robbed. You rarely turn on the news and you see a high school graduation. You rarely turn on the news and you see a baby born, healthy, 100%. You rarely turn on the news and you see, you know what, worldwide, we're out here feeding homeless. We're feeding the hungry. You know, we saved the cat from the tree. People only want to spew negativity into your mind. So when after you cut it off, it creates fear in you. When you watch, say, Cheeste, and you get done the Charleston White interview, you feel empty. You feel empty. He said nigga 1,000 times. He said the word B 1,000 times. He talked about women, kids. But when he talked about his daughter, he said he was hurt when he went to prison. It broke his heart because he was away from his babies, right? But in the same breath about somebody else's kid, he said, yeah, I'll talk about your kid if it died today. Yeah. And this is what you hit, upload, and send to the world. If somebody come and blow his muffin off now, how you gonna feel about that? You gonna run the content, ain't you, Shawn? You gonna get on there and say, hey, we regret to inform you that Charleston White, something happened to Charleston White today. So at the end of the day, are you in it for the money? Or are you gonna be a responsible adult and give back with all of the support that the black community has given you? That's why you got land. That's why you got 6 and 7 cars. That's why you probably got them beautiful women that you're dealing with every night. That's why you got your investment properties, in and out of state. We gave that to you, Shawn. What are you going to give us that's full of substance, that's not about views? What you giving us? Charleston White, rappers that's killing each other. And let me talk to you. I have a podcast too. It's nowhere near big as yours. I also have to fine tune my message. I also have to fine tune what I give out to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we all gonna be held accountable one day. So it's not too late to bring it back. But at the same time, watching Charleston White over and over on your platform say the most ignorant things a man could say out of their mouth, and you upload and send it to the world, is disturbing. Use your power the right way, Shawn. Because at the end of the day, bro, you remember the Zach TVs? You remember them type of guys? playing both sides of the fence. I would hate to see that happen to you. You know what I mean? I only want good things for you, bro. It's just not cool just to be like promoting that type of negativity. But anyway, it's your man Kilogram. I just wanted to come in here and build on this Charleston White thing. I don't agree with son. But if he knew better, you do better. It's your man Kilogram. You Better Not Lie podcast. That's my reaction to the disgusting things that Charleston White said on Cheeste's platform today. You know, for y'all, I'm not gonna put none of that audio in this video. For those that can stomach that and want to go watch it, go watch it. And in closing, I'm gonna say this. He said, hey, yeah, I'm doing this. He said, I'm saying these things because I want to send Woody back to jail. I want him to crash out. He said, I want him to go back to jail. That's why I'm saying the worst things about him that I can say. Black on black crime at an all-time high. He just made 85,000 a couple weeks ago with Woody. Now you want to see him crash and burn. You see how diabolical this YouTube is? YouTube is the devil, man. What people will do to go viral. You know what I mean? I'm not selling my soul to go viral. I'm not looking like a nigga to go viral. Yeah, like I told you, I just went through something. Y'all didn't see me going crazy, acting like an asshole. Nah, I sat right there. Because I'm Muslim, I understand. You know, I'm patient. I'm slow with my response. Calculated. A man that rush and do things out of emotions, that man to tear down Rome, man. Over a disagreement or over a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, listen. Support who you want to support. But we as content creators, we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to censor some of the things that we hit upload and send to. I ain't gonna preach no more. It's your man Kilogram. I'm gone.